Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Smoke. Hedge funds will be investing more in crypto over the next few weeks. Digital asset investments rise as regulatory clarity and ETFs boost confidence. They're saying that 33% plan to invest more capital by the end of 2024. That goes in line with what Brad Garlinghouse was saying. He said by the end of 2024, he expects the total crypto market cap to be at least $5 trillion. And he said he was being conservative. So if that kind of money is going to flow into this space by the end of this year, you could expect a new all-time high for XRP by the end of this year. Breaking, Bitwise executive says XRP is ready to unleash after the SEC. Bitwise prepares for a spot XRP ETF launch. But I'm going to let you listen to it coming directly from Bitwise. Take a listen.
So Matt, there's a whole army that wants me to ask you about the XRP spot ETF you guys filed even before the election, which was amazing. Why did you guys decide to do it and the timing and so forth?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's first talk about the asset before I talk about the filing. XRP is an asset that has sustained and proven itself over a long period of time. It has a very strong community and very strong technology underneath. From my point of view, we haven't seen what it can do because the company Ripple has been engaged in this difficult lawsuit with the SEC, which is sort of like trying to operate with two arms tied behind your back. I think if we fast forward a year into the future, if we get positive developments in that space, you'll see XRP unleashed. What can it do in the market? It's proven its technology. It has a unique approach to the market. It has a strong community behind it. It has liquidity. It has interest from traditional Wall Street firms. We saw that with SocGen, expanding their stablecoin onto the ledger earlier this week. I think it's a really interesting idea. Like, what can this asset do if it is unleashed? So that's sort of the investment thesis without going too deep into the ways it's sort of iterating and developing. And then, from a filing perspective, again, constrained with what I can say, but I've said this before every time we file, which is that Bitwise doesn't file for fun. We file because we think there is a pathway to launch a product. We're not always right. We filed for a Bitcoin ETF for 5 years before we eventually got there. So
I think the XRP ETF is going to come quicker for Bitwise because we're going to have a pro-crypto SEC going forward. We're not going to go through 4 more years of what we just went through. But do you take notice? He said that XRP is eventually going to become unleashed. And then we get to see its full potential. And if that happens, it's going to be very exciting to watch as an XRP holder. I think XRP has not even begun to show us its actual potential yet. We were held down for such a long period of time. This comes from Eleanor Tourette. So it looks like Prometheum is being talked about once again. This isn't going to be good going forward because Prometheum, it's shady at best. The letter states that the agency's silence on the matter signals that they are complicit in creating market confusion and uncertainty, given that the SEC has already acknowledged that ETH is not a security, and the term crypto asset security does not apply to the token itself, but rather the manner in which it's sold. Players in the digital asset space deserve certainty from their regulators. Yet, under Chair Gensler, they've only received chaos and confusion. Remember when the guy from Prometheum kept saying that there's a path forward and he was buddying up with Gary Gensler? It looks like they're going to start digging back into that now. And this could be a real mess for Gary Gensler going forward and the SEC. But Elon Musk summed it up at what's going on at the SEC. He said Ripple was their trophy and was attacked in a similar manner. Take a listen to this.
But not once did the SEC go after any of the hedge funds who were nonstop shorting and distorting Tesla. Not once. They would lie flat. The hedge funds would lie flat out on TV for their own gain at the expense of retail investors. Not once, literally 1,000 times. Not once did the SEC pursue them.
How do you explain this failure on
The incentive structure is messed up because the lawyers at the SEC are not paid well. It's a fairly low-paying job, but what they're looking for is a trophy from the SEC. They're looking for something they put on basically their LinkedIn.
Yeah.
From that, they can get a job at a high-paying law firm. That's exactly what the lawyer here did. And the reason they don't attack the hedge funds is because those hedge funds employ those law firms, and they know if they attack the hedge funds, they're affecting their future career prospects. So they sell small investors down the river for their own career.
And that's what they were looking for with Ripple. But Ripple ended up pulling out a win. And that's going to be a problem for any lawyer at the SEC that was involved in the Rippleverse SEC case. But these lawyers, they're taking loss after loss. So their resume is going to look horrible right now. They're going to need to have a big win somewhere if they want to land a good job at one of these high-paying firms. But Ripple was looked at as their trophy. Good thing Ripple ended up fighting it to the very end. Central banks successfully complete quantum security experiment. The Bank of France and Monetary Authority of Singapore have demonstrated the ability to protect sensitive financial data from quantum computing threats. This breakthrough is critical for securing cross-border transactions, central bank digital currencies, and financial systems against future cyber risk. It marks the start of widespread adoption of quantum-resistant encryption, ensuring the stability and trust needed in a rapid evolving digital economy. Like I said, the new financial system, it's going to be running on quantum computers and AI. And quantum computers are already starting to gain a lot of momentum. IBM, they're really pushing quantum computing. Now you're starting to see Microsoft lean in that same direction. I think we're going to see quantum computers hit the mainstream within the next year or two. I don't think it's going to end up in your phone until maybe 2028, but it's going to hit the ground running. Why? Because technology is always advancing. It's like you had 1080p TVs, HD TV. They had to evolve to 4K. Now they're already talking about QLED and 8K and beyond. Same thing is going to happen with computers. The next step is quantum computing. So they're already trying to push in that direction at a very fast rate. ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies are poised to become the metacoins of the future financial system, as confirmed by SWIFT. Their ISO compliance ensures seamless integration into the global financial infrastructure. The simultaneous rise in the value of ISO compliant cryptocurrencies is a signal that smart money has already taken notice, a move you shouldn't overlook. As we enter the most pivotal phase of the crypto cycle, it's crucial to realize how quickly narratives can shift. Compliance will be a dominant theme in crypto in the coming years, and these metacoins are already far ahead of 99% of other crypto assets. but people keep downplaying ISO. And it's going live next year. 2025 is going to be a massive year for a handful of cryptocurrencies. And that's why I did that video yesterday. The Hateful Eight are the ISO 222 coins. They're the ISO 222 cryptocurrencies that should be in every single person's portfolio. Bank for International Settlements, ISO 222, can be adopted as standardized messaging protocol for digital asset transactions. So the BIS is already telling you that they can be adopted as standardized messaging protocols for digital asset transactions. The BIS, the IMF, the ECB, they've all been warning you that there's certain cryptocurrencies that are going to be part of the future. You're investing in the technology of the future when you're holding XRP, XLM, XDC, and so on. These are generational wealth cryptocurrencies, in my opinion. Remember, cycles repeat. There's more liquidity in the system now than in 2017. More institutions are involved. More partnerships exist. More crypto regulations are taking shape. And yet, without any of these, XRP still outperformed Bitcoin and ETH in 2017. Documented. Over a 350x in 1 month. The masses are not ready for what is coming. And this is what I was just telling you in a video the other day. I said people are expecting 100x for XRP. Other people are expecting much higher prices. I'm talking like $350, $400 XRP. And a lot of people are now saying that XRP is already above the level where we expected it to be once we enter alt season. They were still expecting XRP to be around 60 cents going into alt season. We're already above $1. Look at the rest of these utility-driven cryptocurrencies as well. They're all starting to pop off now. And I think it's because the market knows what's coming. The market is already reflecting what's about to happen. But then there's this. NATO-backed Ukrainian forces are preparing a massive strike on Moscow and St. Petersburg using NATO weapons and drones to strike targets across Russia. Zelensky hopes to get the US and NATO into the war before Trump takes over. We don't need this to happen. This is not good for crypto. And I still think that this current administration is going to go out with a bang before Trump takes office in January. People are fed up with this at this point. And, you know, we see all the people suffering inside the United States, and the current administration did nothing for these people for the last 4 years. Instead, they keep sending money out of the United States. The reason I think that's happening is because that money is getting laundered and coming back to certain politicians' pockets. And that's why they want to keep this going on between Russia and Ukraine. Trump said that he's going to end it within 24 hours. Let's wait and see what happens. But I know this, we don't need any bad news in the crypto space. Real world events play a factor on your crypto investments. It could send the price either way, up or down. And I'm going to leave you with this. Until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.